welcome to Comic Toy Reviews, and this review is on the Buzzing Beetle. It's really called the Beetle, but I think the package name is the Buzzing Beetle. He's a Spider-Man villain, and a couple of things to mention. I appreciate this figure more now than I did originally back then. People complained back then that this is not the traditional Beetle Spider-Man villain in his traditional costume. Basically, this Beetle was first the original Beetle, and then I think a female was in the armor later on. And this is the costume that the Beetle wore, the Thunderbolts comic book, on its original run. And it is a huge action figure. This figure was bought for the $8 or $9 range. Just want to show you a scale example. Look how small regular action figure is here. Or say you got just like this is a typical action figure size. A huge amount of plastic makes this character. He's as big as some of the big Hulks. He's as big as Hulkbuster Iron Man. He's that huge of a character. Just a ton of plastic. And this figure even has a couple of gimmicks. Even though they don't run or work now, it's just awesome. It has this like two missiles. You see this? It's like a missile type of weapon shooting thing, but it doesn't look good for a display having a missile like that. You're supposed to like press the button and it shoots out. Type of missile type of weapon. Other than that gimmick, it has a second gimmick where you're supposed to see. It's very tough to tell, but this is a clear, like a yellow piece, so you can't take the helmet off, but this would light up, and when this lighted up, you could see a face under the helmet and under the glass. So the face did light up, and it was translucent, the plastic used on the face area. It's really tough to see, and it's not gonna probably show, but it did light up. And you have to change the battery here, and so that feature isn't working here. So you had that one gimmick, the second gimmick, and the third gimmick, it has some type of wind-up thing here where you could close these wings, and this whole gimmick thing, it either used a battery or it didn't really work too well. How to understand that. And you got the side wings here, and you got these two attachment wings, which blue in nature here. It attaches over here, and how it's supposed to move just a little bit in and out. But with that said, I mean, an incredible figure in terms of how bulky the figure is, how big it is, and despite all the gimmicks, it is still a great action figure, and it looks good. And for a figure this size, it is pretty highly articulated. I just want to show you the details on it. You see the head here, it got all these little like rivets, and it got the shoulder pads. It's all sculpted detail here. A unique sculpt here. You could feel that. You could see the fingers. They got this yellow type of finger end piece here, highlighting it. Even the feet has more of these type of details. I mean, overall, impression-wise, just a huge character, a huge villain. And even though the wings do get in the way, posed just right, it's awesome. Look at that, side to side, up and down, no problem. And as mentioned, it did light up originally. Shoulder pads do get in the way of articulation quite a bit here, in terms of side to side and up and down. But you can still get some poses out of it. And you got the upper bicep cut here. You do got 1 point of articulation at the elbow. The hand does spin around here at the wrist area. It spins around. And here's something really cool. 3 of the fingers here, all individual articulation, especially for a figure this size. That's really good. Making poses. Nothing here but right at the waist, side to side. Ball jointed hips, up and down. And you can go side to side, and you got the upper thigh cuts here. They even have double knees at this scale. Nothing here but the feet do got side to side, up and down, and the 2 toes have separate articulation. Side to side, up and down, and the 2 toes here. Just look at this character of the Beetle. A huge action figure, really big. It looks impressive. He's in the Spider-Man line made by Toy Biz, and I'm not sure how much this is going for in the secondary market, but it really don't seem that there's a high demand for it. If you could find one for a good price and mint on card, I mean, it's totally worth it. It would look great on a display. It would stand out. And to think, back then, Toy Biz charged a mere $8 or $9 for an action figure like this. So much plastic. In today's market, this is no doubt a Build-A-Figure. In today's market, you would need 6 action figures just to build him. And he wouldn't even have all those gimmicks. And despite all the gimmicks, it still looks good and it works well. So that's the review. Thanks for watching, and talk to you later. That's right, the Buzzing Beetle. Because beetles buzz. Get it?